Hey y'all, say y'all, this could happen, man. This would be a great thing if this happened. I'm just saying, man, a Boondocks reboot and actually using like real people. Yo, check this out. It's been a scoop going on that Rodney Barnes, the co-writer of the Boondocks, he sat down with, let me just say, an anonymous source, and they were saying something about how it could be a possibility, yes, that the Boondocks could come back for a reboot with an exception of using real people this time. As if y'all don't know, the Boondocks is a classic series that was fondly remembered, with the Adult Swim's run back in the 2000s. Now, the whole show was based on the comic writing Aaron McGruder's weekly strip of the same name that premiered in 2005. It grew into like one of the wittiest, most brutal, honest kind of shows with this satirical, however you want to pronounce it, the funny side, which I can just shorten it up, for people who don't know, satire, approach to taking no prisoners, right? But everyone from, Tyler Perry, that they talked about, had cartoons portraying Barack Obama being on the receiving end, as well as being a part of the show, one of the seasons. But they interviewed him and they was asking, discussing that possibility of the revival. But they Barnes, did not. He didn't shut it down. But he did point out some potential difficulties with bringing we're bringing the show back, right? So that kind of is the reason why things are being at a standstill with the Boondocks coming back, because people got to know stuff happens behind the scenes that people don't really know of, and it kind of sets back anybody from forthgoing to trying to put out any type of project. Same thing with movies. Movies has it the worst, because there's so many people you have to go through, so many middlemen you have to go through and get things clear for location sets and timing, how long you're going to be out there to shoot it, and you have to contact the network that you want to put it on to see if it's okay for us to bring this here, because we're going to be saying this and that, and the things we're going to say on this show. Are y'all okay with what we're bringing to this network for this show for the people? So it's you have to go through a lot of people to clear anything up, to giving it a green light as far as them putting it on television. It's a job. It's a real job, man. So he went on to say to never say never, but we are in a different time. He added that when we were writing the Boondocks back in the early 2000s, social media wasn't what it is now, which is true. And that these days, as soon as you offend someone, it's all over Twitter. Corporations don't like that. He also stated, and that the Boondocks found its success in the 2000s because of its provocative, challenging nature. And it may not be as easy for a show like it to get the green light, as I was just stating, in 2025. But it would not necessarily be impossible. And the Boondocks fans remember that a reboot of the Boondocks was actually supposed to be announced in 2019. You see what I'm saying? So it's the 2019 gap in between to now 2025 is just showing you this is not easy. So ahead of the relaunch of the HBO app as HBO Max, Aaron McGruder signed on for the project with plans to release it in 2020. It's 5 years ago. And long live the Pops John Witherspoon. This is another thing that really hit home, because losing John Witherspoon when he was the pops, the granddad, the pops of Riley and Huey, with him gone, who can they find to replace John Witherspoon? Because he was their granddad. just like their father. And he passed away in October at the age of 77. So long live the John Witherspoon. But John Witherspoon's death led to the production of the reboot also being put on indefinite hiatus because he was a major big piece of the puzzle of that show. There's nobody that can really do it like how the way John Witherspoon did it. Pops is like, he will for always be missed in the physical format, but his spirit will forever live on. But he holds such a major piece, just his voice is alone. And I mean, the acting is on top of that, is just a cherry on top, as far as with his skill set of being an actor. So with that reboot being put on hiatus because of that, it really kind of hit home and kind of like had the show even put at a bigger standstill. But Rodney Barnes, the answer to the question seemed to lean more on the side of no, the Boondocks will not be rebooted. But however, fans of the series have held out hope since the show's initial ending in June 2014. Maybe those fans' desire will be fulfilled one day, but the series would have to evolve to meet today's standards. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a damn shame, man? Like, with all this sensitivity and things going on with this such a matter of what the Boondocks provided with the material and what they were saying, what they say on the show, like, this is crazy. Because one thing, I feel like that's an excuse, because if people don't know, if you haven't checked out Little Kev or Kevin Hart new cartoon that's on BET Plus, they say any and everything on there. I don't know if anybody have check out Lil Kev on the BET app, BET Plus app, and watch Lil Kev. I'm telling you, cursing, any and everything, talking about DICK, PUSSY, like, and this is supposed to be like a kid's cartoon, but I found to realize once I was watching the show and the episodes, I'm like, this is not a kid's cartoon, this is an adult cartoon. It just have kids in the cartoon, but it's an adult cartoon because it's like one of the, I'm gonna go on to say this. It's so adult, and then the words and the language is just so R-rated to the point it's my favorite cartoon now. Because the Proud Family was my favorite cartoon, forever will be, but it's pushed to that second slot now because that's how great Lil Kev is. I'm telling you. And the cartoon models is just like, it ain't like one of them cartoon models you look at and be like, man, this don't even look good. Like, I'm talking about them cartoon models look great. And just the substance and just the everything, the story of Lil Kev, and did the different cartoon location slots that they shot the cartoon and had it looking like it was just well put together, and it wasn't, you could just tell that they didn't rush the cartoon when in the process of making it to put it out. So shout out to Kevin Hart. That the cartoon is the, y'all got to check it out, Lil Kev. I mean, I can really like do us no justice by continuing to put the words that I'm trying to say to try to get y'all to go see it, because I'm not trying to push off nothing and to promote it because I'm getting nothing out of the deal. I'm just saying, like, as a person like just watching it, and you talking about a cartoon, it's not a cartoon. It's totally different. It's adult, and it's hilarious, and just, in other words, funny as hell, man. Like, I just kid y'all not. Y'all got to check it out, man. Seriously. But the Boondocks, on the other hand, back to that, this was something that I would love to see. I don't want to hear excuses about, as far as like what's being said in there. Y'all can just put it on the BET app, BET Plus app. Move the Boondocks. I ain't saying it's gonna be easy, because I mean, of course, you got the clear stuff, but if they can, all the stuff they say on Lil Kev, it shouldn't be no question of what's being said on the Boondocks. It couldn't be no worse. It's only gonna be better, I feel. So they need to like think about that, taking it to BET Plus and making the Boondocks real life version into but see, the thing is, if you trying to make bring the Boondocks to life, I feel like that shouldn't be on BET. I'm still thinking about the cartoon. Like, if you want to bring the Boondock and take it somewhere, boy, I'm telling you, HBO will be fire. But HBO probably asking for a lot of money. We talk about HBO here. I ain't talking about HBO Max. I'm talking about put that on HBO cable television to where, you know, everybody can see it. Cause I ain't finna like subscribe to no HBO Max just to watch no Boondocks. So I don't even want to like. I'm gonna just say this. Nah, bring it to Stars. Cause the Stars got a lot of black projects on that channel. Great black projects on that channel. Like all the whole Power series with Raising Kanan and Power Book and Power Force with Joseph Sikora and which will be coming back later on. That will be coming back later on this in October, and that's gonna be the last season of the Power Force, and it's gonna turn to the spinoff, and it's all gonna go back to when Tommy and which played by Joseph Sikora and Ghost, which was played by Amari Hardwick when they were kids. It's gonna be called the Power Organs. So there's a lot of black projects that are good great black projects that could be put on Stars, and as well as BMF is on Stars. So it's like I feel like they're gonna bring the Boondocks somewhere. Stars will be a great. There we go. Stars will be a great network to put that on in the real life version. But I don't want to make this video too long, man. But they got to bring Boondocks back. Bring the reboot back with the real people and put that joke on Stars. You put it on Stars, you going nowhere but up. I'm telling you. But it's a sincere reality show. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll let y'all again on the rebound tip. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. One love. Peace.